This may well be the best car I have ever bought for £1,000, and it's actually not the first time I bought this car. This has been offered to us by Cars Bought for More, my car buying platform. We sold it to the person, the previous owner, about 3 years ago. Looking at the valuations for this car on 130,000 miles, it was around about £1,000. In reality, we paid £1,058 for it. And I absolutely love it. I think that's such good value because I'm a massive fan of these Subaru Foresters. This generation, the generation before, are my guilty pleasures really. Quite possibly one of my favorite all-time cars because I just love a boxy motor. And they do absolutely everything that I want a car to do. For example, a 2.5 Boxster engine under the bonnet that makes incredible noises. It's got a bonnet scoop. Who doesn't love a bonnet scoop? It has got an opening panoramic sunroof. It's got heated leather seats. It's got an automatic gearbox, which is perfect for me because I just want to lazily cruise about. And it also has cruise control, which is another crucial feature for me in a daily usable car. On top of that, it is of course four-wheel drive, one of the best four-wheel drive systems in the world as far as off-road capabilities. And it's not slow either. It's really good fun to drive. I think I could quite easily flip this for a small profit in the trade, no work whatsoever, but I just feel like letting this go even for 1,500 quid would be a complete crime because I think I can make good use out of this. Another great feature of these Foresters is all the room in the boot. And look, this one even comes with one of my favorite features in the car, a rubber floor protector. And this got me thinking, I'm going to treat myself to a new car. I feel like with the amount of hours I work, I deserve it. So you'll see that coming up in a future video. But if I buy myself something really nice, I'm probably not going to want to put my dog in there on the couple of days that I bring him to work. So I'm going to need a dog car. So for £1,000, I will have a 2.5 Boxer engine with 227 horsepower as standard and all the features, including ice cold aircon, that I'm going to want. So the perfect dog car in my eyes. Well, it will be when I finish with it because there's a couple of things that I want to do to this car to make it slightly more fun for me to own. I've always loved the STI versions of these cars, but they are incredibly expensive. You are talking £10,000 and up. In fact, I couldn't really find too many on Auto Trader at the moment, but I put a couple up ranging from £10,000 to 17.5 grand. And I think for a very minimal investment, I can make this car look an awful lot cooler, which is why I've called in our friend, Ben Thompson Cars, who's going to come in this afternoon and we're going to change a few things in this car and try and make it a little bit more exciting. Right then, Ben, here is the Subaru Forester. You quite like this as well, right?
Yeah, I really do. It's a cool car.
It is cool. I've got a few things to make it cooler though, because I've already said in this video, if you want an STI one, they are incredibly expensive, but it's basically the same engine, same setup and whatever, and this is just going to be a dog car. So I need your help because I've got different wheels. Okay. I've got some gold Impreza wheels, same size, but they are a different PCD. So we've got some adapters, which also space it a little bit, which judging by, I reckon this has been lowered.
Yeah.
I think it looks lower than when we sold it.
When I pulled up, I saw the back end and I thought,
Unless it's just collapsed. Dan does say there is a bit of a clonk on one of the sides, so it might need a shock absorber, spring or something, but I guess we can check that over when it's on the ramp. It's going to be interesting because here, the wheels are kind of like tucked and there's going to put a spacer on, same size wheels, but probably lower profile tires. So that'll be interesting. But I'm hoping, I mean, to be honest, it was Ben's idea to have gold wheels and that set me off on a path.
Yeah, no, it gives it the full, gold is the classic Subaru rally spec, but I think if we come out a little too wide, we could roll these fenders, give ourselves a bit of extra clearance on the tyres.
Yeah, we will have to see what happens with that. And I'm going to do a little touches, like I'm going to plasti dip these because I got a lot of plasti dip saved from when I was going to do something else, just to kind of colour code it. Ben thinks I should have them painted, but we're going to teach him today just how good it can look quite simply with a plasti dip. And on the worst case scenario, if we decide that it looks rubbish, just peel it off. One of my favourite chemicals in the world is plasti dip. And on top of that, the main thing we're going to do today is change the front bumper and grille in one piece because it's quite a grandad spec bumper this. I've always wanted one that's an STI. We're going to just, there's not a huge amount of difference between them other than the bumper. So I've bought a bumper. It turns out it's not genuine. It is a fiberglass one. It cost me 380 quid, but it looks pretty good quality.
Hopefully if you don't have too many fitment issues. Over the back of the car, rally spec. The side profile, rally spec. The front end, slightly disappointing.
Grandad's down the tip on a Sunday spec. And we could also get the STI Scoop, which is like twice as high, but I think that keeps it quite
we'll see what we get
middle
on.
ground. hold that thought. I'm going to get the bumper and we'll place it in front and I'll show you there is a slight colour difference. Huh? That's going to be cool. We'll get it painted next week, assuming it fits, because I don't know for sure. I did a bit of research. It should just bolt in. There are going to be some issues. We're actually going to lose some features by upgrading this. We will no longer have fog lights, and we will no longer have headlight washer jets. But that's not rally spec, so not needed.
To my surprise, for a fiberglass bumper,
yeah,
that's not too bad, is it?
It's good, isn't it?
It's, you know what they are, they're always wavy,
yeah.
but that looks
and
like an OEM.
Thick in sections and
it has all the proper tabs to click into, you know, the various different places.
Yeah.
So yeah, it might not be too bad to fit.
I don't know whether we'd keep the STI badge or not, because obviously it's not an STI, but it's going to be an homage to an STI. Oh, the other thing we need to do, Ben, is that it needs a battery. We've probably got one on the shelf.
We'll sort that.
It's nothing for a man like yourself.
Nothing.
So, what way around should we put it in? Do you want to work at this end or the other end for the bumper?
I think we'll reverse it in.
Yeah.
And we'll use the daylight to kind of help
illuminate
like the situation.
No worries. Do you want the honours? I'll get the jump pack.
Yeah. Yes.
You're so thorough. I'm just like, send it.
She's got lowering springs on it.
It has.
Very old lowering springs. Unless they're red from the factory.
I doubt it.
I'm doubtful. I mean, they have seen better
I wonder if
days.
I can find original pictures of when we sold this, because I used to upload about 3 years ago everything to the Google.
So yeah,
That's all right.
They've seen better days.
Yeah, I wonder if the rear ones are feeling worse for themselves.
Yeah, the discs there's meat on them, but they're so corroded they've pretty much had it. There's little fractures in it now between the holes that have been drilled in it.
Here's the pictures from when we sold it. Look how lovely and shiny it looked then, but definitely, what's the back? Oh yeah, it's definitely been lowered since we sold it.
When did you sell that?
2nd of December 2021.
So I thought maybe they could have bought second-hand
Like
ones, but they're old enough.
3.5 years old,
If
potentially.
they've been in a field, something like that, maybe, yeah, they could have been new at the time.
It's on 110,000 miles, it's now on 130, so it's done 20,000 miles in it since we sold it. And look how shiny it was then. Like, and now the paintwork is dull as anything. We're definitely gonna get Charlie to do a bit of paint correction on this.
Are we writing a bit of a list of things what we would like to do?
How big of a bit of paper do you want?
So we're definitely going to need front disc and pads.
Okay.
That's kind of something of nothing there, isn't it?
It's the problem when you invite Ben. I just want him to do fun stuff. And now he's gonna find everything wrong with it. And
I only want you to be safe on the road. Don't want you hurting
so
yourself.
daring. While Ben's picking it to pieces, should we have a look at the cool stuff that we've got? These are our Direnza wheel spacer / PCD adapters. So these did cost me, I'll double check, but let's say like a couple of £100, because it was like 90 quid. They sell them in twos. I mean, do people put odd matched wheels front to back? You would have thought they'd come in a set of 4, but apparently not. So essentially what we're going to do is bolt that to the wheel hub using the existing wheel nuts, and then we have a new set of studs that will fit these wheels that are underneath here, which I'll show you now. So these are the Impreza, I guess they're STI, yeah. So we're going for the full STI effect here. These are 17 inch, they're the same size that we've got on there. I did think they were actually listed as 18s, when he got in touch with me and said, actually they're 17s, I listed them wrong, do you still want them? I said yes, because I thought it looked quite good. They did say they've been fully refurbished. That's been quite generous to themselves, really, because if you say it's been fully refurbished, I would have expected you've had them powder coated and they'd be looking fresh, fresh, fresh. But they are actually like, you know, they've still got corrosion. So I think they've done like a rattle can restoration on them. You've still got corrosion there, it's gonna come through. So they've kind of like painted the faces, and that's about it. Now, probably not the end of the world for the dog car, but be careful what you're buying on eBay, I guess. We're gonna use them anyway, and if really fall in love with it and it really bothers me, I'll get them powder coated properly. What have you found?
Many bad things.
Many. Come on then, I'm in a good mood, so.
Rear pads, practically metal on metal.
Okay.
But I think the worst of the two things there is both these rear springs are snapped.
Ah, that would explain why they're so low and...
extra JDM look on the rear
is
because, they right at the top where the coils kind of meet the strut top, they're snapped on both sides.
So, we need disc and pads all around, really.
Disc and pads all round, probably a set of springs all round because I'm not sure, I don't know who makes these.
Let's get the wheels on and then we'll decide whether we lower.
Or go the opposite way.
And raise it for rally spec. Yeah, I'm not fussed about having it low, to be honest. I would quite like it to be comfortable, but I also want it to look quite cool, because who wants to drive a boring car?
So I take it all the way up and have a look underneath?
I guess.
Yeah, but no, there might be some good news under there.
There might be. Sports exhaust. Hopefully not, because we want to put a new exhaust on and make it sound even better. I'll tell you one thing that I already noticed before it was in the air, is there is a mounting here for a tow bar. So, jet ski, motocross bike, something like that on the back. If you're a real lad bombing about in your Forester, you've got the electrics here. Just need to get a suitable tow ball.
Somebody's done my absolute pet peeve of cars, and the underside starts getting rusty, and they go, you know what will fix it? Just sealing it all in with some underseal, because that's going to really help it. But I think what it does, it actually just accelerates any sort of corrosion that might have been there.
It makes it look tidy for a short while, doesn't it?
It's not too...
Not that I would have ever have done that. Ever.
Ever, never, no.
Do you know what? Maybe when we were prepping this car the first time round,
might have done it.
put a bit of Schultz on there.
But this, it's not looking too bad. It's hard to see exactly what we're looking at because obviously there is a bit of surface rust here and there, and it's quite muddy. But you've got stainless steel
Braided rear hoses.
braided rear brake lines. This headlight level, I presume this is a headlight level sensor, that's broken. Do you think this is weird? Set up for
I'm just looking at that, the fact that it's bolted on with U-bolts.
It looks like somebody has retrospectively, is that the right word, fitted this with like a U-bolt. I've never seen a manufacturer kind of fit an anti-roll bar like that.
Or what? Yeah.
Or is it an
But
aftermarket
it's got
kit?
a bracket that's welded on, but it's also got a U-bolt. Yeah. Unless someone's welded it on as an afterthought to keep it tighter.
Yeah, maybe. But so far, so good. I mean, yeah,
What's to be expected?
that is to be expected. That's not too bad.
Oh, there's a crack in the exhaust can here, that.
That is an aftermarket exhaust though, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it, for sure. I think you might have to go and speak to Stu at Titan Exhaust and see if he can give us... I was thinking like twin exit, but that might be a bit much probably.
Hook us up. You want a big shiny Jap can on an angle.
Guess so.
Proper Subaru spec. That's, we'll say, an acceptable
Tolerance of play.
level of backlash in the diff there. I'm sure it'll be fine.
What would assume that was an issue? You get a whole new rear diff, would you? Because there's play in here.
I don't know, you might be able to rebuild it. It's just, providing
I couldn't.
the gear sets are good. Well, you just don't know till you open it up. You just don't know.
We haven't really given this a proper test drive yet, so we'll find out if it gives us any issues. It also needs a good service, which I haven't got any stuff to do, but it is due one for sure.
Okay, you got some posh anodized gold drop links, which we might have to replace because it looks like the bushing is falling out the side of this one. And not a single oil leak in sight.
That's fairly rare. We should check it has oil in it.
Yeah, that would be a good start. I don't think it's too bad actually. Chuck a couple, set springs at it, depending, whatever height you want.
Yeah.
Disc pads all round. Yeah.
Cool, so we've got a list of things that we need to do mechanically. Yawn. Wheels and bumper.
The cool bits.
The cool bits. Let's do with the cool bits. Ben can deal with the very important.
As long as it looks
bits.
cool, that's the most.
Yeah.
That's the most important
That
bit.
for me it is, for sure. I can do wheels probably.
Yeah, you want to jump on wheels? I'll jump on the bumper.
We'll be done in no time.
We'll go from there.
Sweet. How is this thing attached then? So we've got a load of bungs underneath that you're using a wood chisel to get out.
Yeah, we have very limited tool selection available to us right now, so we're improvising.
That's okay, we've got a very cool workshop coming, haven't we?
It is in the works. You guys are going to be very impressed, I think, by the workshop we've got coming. But for now, a wood chisel and a rusty old screwdriver.
Yeah, we make do, don't we? We don't complain.
I think...
Get the job done.
I don't even think there's any screws in this, you know. I think it's all plastic clips.
Really? Nice.
Which, I don't know. It might be a blessing and a curse when we get up inside the arch liner and it's caked in mud.
Possibly. We've lost our video boy now, so I might see if I can find a tripod and I would get on with a wheel.
Fending for ourselves now.
Yeah, we might have to tag team this.
Obviously, ordinarily, we would just go for a trim to him. Pop it straight out.
So you've taken all 4 wheels off already.
I have indeed.
They were 19s. Luckily we found the locking wheel nut. Should I be cleaning this up really?
Yeah, so...
Especially because this is like a, especially because it's a hub-centric thingy.
You can. I will say imminently, I'm going to have to strip all of it all off, put some new disc and pads on there.
Yeah.
So you maybe don't have to go as pristine as you'd want to.
Because you'll do it properly another time.
Because I will come back and I will do it properly.
Okay, that works for me. Dan was saying these may be an upgrade because they say WRX Pro on them.
Have you thought about getting those refurbed?
I hadn't until now.
I don't know, get them...
I just get a flappy disc and just...
shine the front up.
Just shine the front up.
Or just no masking, we'll lick it over with some red paint.
Yeah.
Flappy disc on the front.
Is red the colour though?
Gold, colour coded.
That would be a bit crap, I think. I think maybe even just I might go and get a flappy disc and just... Have you not brought your Whizzy...
Well, not after what happened last time.
After I ruined it last time.
After you ruined it last time.
I'm never going to be trusted ever again. Right, while Ben is dismantling the front bumper on the front there, I'm going to fit our Direnza wheel spacer / PCD adapters because the Forester has a 5x100 PCD and the Impreza has a 5x114.2 or 0.3, I can never remember it exactly. So what happens is we bolt this onto the hub over here using the original wheel bolts. That closes up. They sit slightly proud, but I think the Impreza wheels have got space to sit over that. And they are going to sit out wider, which might be an issue until we change the springs on this, or until Ben does it. So yeah, I'm going to get that on, take these off of here, and then we will try and get a wheel on and see how that looks. What do you reckon about the locking wheel nut?
You could even do it the other way around. If they're the same thread, you could put the black one.
Yeah, put the black one inside.
Yeah, and then put the chrome ones on the outside, and then you got a match it. Yeah. Which is probably better actually, because I think
there'll be more recess.
Yeah, more recess.
That's the plan then.
More low profile.
Now I should be talking these up, really.
Yeah, to the correct specification, absolutely. Probably in the instruction manual.
Probably.
Do you want some more good news?
Yeah, always.
Always ready for the good news. So the bumper is off, but immediately you can see all the fins out of this have probably an AC condenser's missing. So we will add one of those. Look at that. It's disintegrating.
Jeez.
We'll add one of those to the list.
I mean, well, it works. It does work.
It does work.
It's not leaking or nothing.
How do you want to play it then? Do you want to leave it?
We will change it. No. We'll see what happens. Basically what we're going to do today is do the cool stuff, and then Ben, probably on his channel, will do all the sensible, actual technical work.
Right the way through it, make sure it's nice and safe.
And then I'll drive it and act, like it's all my glory for the hogging. I'll let you borrow it though if you need to do dog walks and stuff for your dog, because it's, You need quite a big car for your dog, don't you?
I'm not even sure this car is big enough, in fact, for my dog.
Yeah. A beast. In fact, it's named after Chewbacca.
For
So
very good reason.
The size of this animal. In fact, I'll put a picture on screen now. Lovely. Now the exciting bit. Now you put a wheel on. Squeeze me.
You're going to put it out to a vote. Should the springs be lowering springs or hiring, raising?
Yeah, because I think for the sake of this video, we'll probably get as far as putting these bits on, cleaning it up, dechroming it, and then you're going to have to do a lot of mechanical work in a separate video of your own. You know, Ben's still got a full-time job somewhere else, which he's loving, by the way. So he's not here full-time at my beck and call to sort all of my shit out as and when it needs to. Yet, but you know, my time is coming. My time in the sun with Ben.
Shall I remove these headlight level washer jets and everything and clamp off all the pipes so nobody bukakis the inside of the bumper?
Yes, I was going to say we clamp them off or flip them over and kind of...
Yeah, I can just clamp it there.
Yeah.
And just take off.
Yeah, so we don't get like a dribbly nose.
Yeah.
Effect.
Or you could use it to prank people and just have a water splatter going forward.
Eventually fit a sideways spraying. What do you think? I'm not convinced that these threads, although the black ones went on the other one, I don't think these ones are going to go on. I've kind of gave that one some welly, but it's still not.
So if the black ones went on that one,
you would think so.
This must be the same thread, surely.
But are these slightly larger, just slightly, than the other ones, and therefore?
Yeah, they're the wrong.
They went on the other one, all right.
I don't understand what. It's funky, isn't it?
Probably fuck that one.
How do these bolts fit this one?
So they go on nicely, don't they? Is it something to do with the silver ones? Have got like a little rim at the front. No, it doesn't really make any sense, but I don't like it, do they?
And before you go ahead and do all this, you've definitely made sure that they're different PCDs. And that's not a random wheel that came off of a Forester STI once upon a time.
Well, I haven't, but I mean, that shouldn't really make too much
Yeah, I
difference.
was just wondering if we even need wheel spacers, because that would be the best case scenario right now. Yeah, something's funky going on there. I'm not sure if
I swap them around, they'll be all right, but...
Yeah, I would slam the chrome ones on there.
Yeah. That's right, I'll quickly swap them around. Right, so, wheel nut swapped around. For some reason they are a slightly different thread. We can now get it back on. Hopefully it fits perfectly with the original wheel nuts. Yes, looks pretty decent. I don't know if I'm going to want to keep the gold or I'll go silver though. We'll see when it's done.
I am very concerned.
But this bumper's not going to fit?
No. Lowering the car down with those broken springs.
Oh, yeah.
That tyre's going to come crashing into the car.
Well, we'll do it slowly and we'll see what happens. A bit of camber, it might just tuck under.
Give it that JDM stance.
Yeah. How long till it goes on then?
Well,
Are you just, so Ben's currently dealing with the headlight washer jets, but we said we're going to lose. What do you think? Do you think we're going to get a fault code from the fog lights or something?
we may do. It's not the end of the world. I think
We
we
probably
can
just put a...
little resistor in there, yeah, and we'll turn that light off. If it's even that clever. I'm not sure
It's
how.
probably not on this.
Yeah.
I don't imagine it's canvas.
Or we could retrofit some fog lights. We could do
Maybe some LED ones or something.
put some LED ones in there, or repurpose these. What do you need to come on? What power do you need at the front of the car?
We could put
Could
a rally bonnet cluster on there.
Or like the proper pods.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that. Repurpose these. Take them, wire them up there.
We'll just tuck them out the way for now. Get rid of the washer jets. So we're losing quite a lot of plush features on this car, but it's all being done in the name of style, and I think it'll be worth it.
So I'm not sure exactly what the legality of removing these are, but from my understanding is you can, because these are just a normal filament bolt.
Yeah, they're not Xenon.
If they were a Xenon, you would have to have these washer jets.
Yeah.
I think we're totally A-okay to be removing these.
Yeah. By the time it gets around to an MOT centre again, the MOT centres, they probably don't even check, other than if they're there, they want them to work. Need to give these a little polish as well. But we'll deal with that when we get the rest polished. We'll get Charlie on that. And we'll get Mike to come out and do a bit of PDR on it.
You're wondering why would I not use a socket? Sometimes the road less travelled.
Yeah.
And nothing to do with the fact that if we don't have a ratchet.
We haven't got one. Ben's found a mystery jug, because you'd look at this. Well, Ben asked me, what do you think that is? You'd think it would be your washer fluid reservoir. But there is another one on this side with the pump in, connecting to everything. So what is it? It goes through into like the airbox. Does it?
Yeah. Why does the airbox have this funky...
Dribble box.
Is that what it is? Is this catching to stop, you know, water getting into the intake? Is there some sort of clever system where it then runs away into this tank?
I don't know, but then what happens with it? It just goes foulty.
Just sits there, yeah.
Can't be. Oh no, it goes...
It's connected to this.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, so it's like an air intake.
No, it's not. It is one hat. Yeah, it is. Look. So the air comes in here. It goes down into this chamber.
Yeah.
And then comes back up the other side.
So it's like a condensing type thing to try and get the moisture out of any...
Well, presumably, if you've got a Forester, you might be doing some off-roading.
Yeah.
And maybe a bit of wading. And if the water comes up to headlight height, you might have half a chance of saving the engine by losing all the water in here before it actually gets sucked up into the engine.
We better keep it, to be fair, for all the
clever.
off-roading I'm going to do.
Yeah. I was thinking we just lock this off, put a giant K&N air filter right here.
Oh yeah, we could do that as well. But, you know, no sense taking your plastic
That's really
dribble
clever.
box out.
I've never seen that before.
You know someone's going to be in the comment, that's not what it is.
It might not be what it is.
That's
I'm not a
not what it is.
Subaru expert, but if it is that is
You call
pretty
yourself
cool.
a mechanic. We'll find out. Can't wait to hear in the comments. Right then, moment of truth. As Ben's just said off camera, this is where we find out it's a different generation or something. And it looks pretty good to me.
Promising. Are we hitting? Feels like
Might be hitting the crash bar. I think what we might have to do is take the foam pad off the front of the crash bar.
We'll give that a shot.
I think I might have seen someone else do that maybe.
Right. It's looking better.
Definitely closer.
Ooh.
That's,
Let's pop it back off.
I'm happy. We know it's the right
It's the right
shape and whatever. So there's little blocks on there. I could just go and get some black and spray them. You won't see them. I don't know. Do you think they're affecting the fitment at the bottom?
Yeah. Just want to take it up and see what they are. Because initially I thought, is there a crash sensor inside of them? But it appears that they're just bolted on.
Yeah, it's actually metal inside as well. It's
hot.
not even...
There's two, feels like 30mm bolts holding them on. There's nothing inside this one. Have you got a crash sensor in there? No, it's just another hollow. Let's see if we can get them off. Yeah, we can just take
dispose
those off,
of those.
It's actually now lighter, so we've actually
Yeah, sports modification.
we've increased the power to weight.
Whereabouts? Oh, the crash bar is in the central bit, isn't it? So
Yes, it's in that
there's no
cutout.
sense spraying it black or anything like that.
What I'll do is, if I do come back and do this AC condenser, if there is any kind of black paint or tarting up I can do behind the grille, I will.
Yeah. Like a glove.
Oh, that's better, isn't it?
The wheel arch thing's meant to go inside, isn't it? You can probably
You have to
manhandle that after.
keep it on the outside so I can get the clips in. Wow, I'd say the fitment for a fiberglass bumper is actually really good.
Yeah.
There's a small little crack here, which obviously we'll get, when it's painted, we'll get all that repaired.
Oh yeah.
Tiniest little crack there.
Looks good.
That does look good.
Just need to try and get this. I suppose it doesn't matter if I rip the paint off because...
Yes, we'll get painted anyway.
Yeah. Nice. Do you want a coffee to celebrate?
Let's have a celebratory coffee. I think so. I am seeing a few issues.
Cut. Go for a coffee. What's the issues you're seeing?
All the fixtures underneath
Like nowhere near.
don't line up anywhere near.
That's all good.
It's fine.
There's quite a lot of stuff now on show. It'd be interesting to see. Should we lower it down, like, see what it's like at ground level? Because you can see like all the bottles and stuff, but maybe when it's down lower, should we see what it's like with the bonnet shut as well?
The gold's growing on me.
Yeah, and me. It's quite a subtle gold, isn't it?
Once the arch liners are all clean and they're all dressed with some trim, good fit then.
Look at that.
Do you think anyone out there is, you know, you get the little covers, do you reckon anyone out there has actually put a little cover on? Well, that's black. Makes the headlight give it that kind of...
I'm sure we can speak to Carl at
Yeah.
Shadow Works to put a bit of tint on there. Not tint, but...
gloss black wrap.
yeah.
They are look polished up, but then with the black, it kind of creates like one body line all the way around.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that looked good or just really chavvy. I know it's a Forester, but still.
It's got a blue STI bumper and gold wheels. Can it get any more chavier?
Not currently. Not until you get in it.
Oh, good one.
Right, Ben's putting in fixers. And he's overjoyed to have only just realised this is a turbo car.
Hadn't even taken the time to look, but that makes it 10 times cooler in my eyes. We can get some proper cool turbo noises.
I know, yeah, it already does like a little tss, but we could get a big old dump valve on it.
Big old
just
dump valve,
exhaust, just obnoxiousness.
We'll turn the boost up, little panel filter in here, we'll get it making some really cool noises.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone to the effort with a non-turbo. It's the same, I mean, people will tell me it's not quite the same, but it's a 2.5 turbo, same sort of power you get, maybe slightly less from an Impreza WRX. So, yeah, I think they're cool. Have a guess what the tax is on this, though?
Tax, 2.5, £495.
I wish. 735. So it's a cheap car to buy, but that might be part of the reason why. That's a cool blue, isn't it? It's almost tempting to do the whole car in blue. I think it's going to look good murdered out.
I think it's the right thing to do.
Black on black on black on black. With gold wheels.
With gold wheels, yeah. The gold wheels and the black's gonna look cool.
Yeah.
I think you should tint the end of the...
Yeah. Ben thinks we should tint the indicator bits. And Ben's also saying that because the bonnet sits here and is obviously black, and this will be black, that we should run like something across there. Someone probably makes covers, but we could just put some gloss black wrap on.
And the nice thing about the wrap is if I'm totally wrong and my judgment was very poor, we can just peel it off.
Just whip it off.
Just whip it off.
I mean, we could quickly put some plasti dip on there.
Yeah, yeah. I'll get a reel of electrical tape out. With the
yeah, exactly. Bit of black duct tape, jobs are good. So essentially, we've just got what? All these 6 clips across here. We'll be able to do one in here.
One in here.
Yeah.
There were an additional 5 clips underneath, but
they're not going to fit on this.
They're not going to fit, and I'm going to have to trim the arch liners down because they don't have any place to go now, and they're just going to flap around.
Do you think we're going to need? Oh, we could just put a couple of little braces in. Do you think, or what would be your suggestion? Just don't crash it into stuff.
We'll get it all plumbed in, all the clips there, and we'll see how sturdy it is. And there is a couple of little holes around there. Might even be able to find the correct piece for it. There might even be like a trim we can buy from an STI one that we can clip in, and that will join up the subframe to the bumper.
Yeah. I'm
not sure. Maybe if this bumper's going in the bin, can we cut the bottom half of this bumper off to make up the difference? If it's got all the right fixture holes, because we're only missing like a little area around here, so we just cut around there
Okay.
Put all the fixings in. I don't know. We'll see.
How much cooler does that bumper look than that bumper? It's crazy.
Like how they put some tyre shine on for you as well.
I know, yeah. It's probably for the pictures, I guess.
Really nice of them. A good apprentice would have had it unwrapped for me.
Apprentice?
Do the grand reveal.
Lower it down, see what happens with these rear arches. I think the front should be all right. Oh, hold on. Some of this tyre's got 0 air in it. I need to put some air in.
I can
You
hear
can
that
hear it.
coming out as quick as it's going in.
Right there.
There's no amount of plugs or
Silicon?
silicone that will fix that one.
Surprisingly, although I must have looked at the time, we've got Goodyear tyres all round on these new wheels. And we had Goodyear tyres on the old one.
So these are a Goodyear. What model are they?
They look quite sporty, actually.
They do, don't they?
But the ones, what size are they? Because I think the ones that we had on had a bigger sidewall, which I quite like for a rally spec car like this. These are 45 17s, and what we took off was 55 17s. So
Slightly taller.
slightly bigger sidewall, although these are Goodyear
An
efficient grip. Not quite as sporty. So we could either get another Eagle F1 to replace it. They do look like sporty, but they're more like road tyres, aren't they? I mean, this is a road car, obviously, but...
It depends where you go. If you're going to keep the lowering springs, the low profile racing looking tyre might be the one to go for.
I want to rip this around the farm there, so... But we haven't got it all the way down yet.
I vote stock springs and beefy
Chunky
tyres.
Yeah, I think that's a cooler look. But I do want to see it go down all the way and see what we're working with here.
Don't be fooled.
No, it's going to have to settle because it does look quite high right now.
Don't be fooled. I reckon one hop in the boot lid and it's all going to come crashing
But
down.
that height would be cool with chunky tyres. Look at the box. Look how cool it looks.
I prefer this height.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a better height. And that arch gap is obviously going to be taken up a little bit more where there's chunkier tyres, but it just seems a more functional. Are these, do you reckon these marks are actually for standing on, or if I hop on the bumper here and give it...
It's a Forester, mate. You're all good.
You're all good?
Yeah.
You heard it. You said it.
Yeah, it's definitely lowering. Yeah, now it looks stupid. It's not much difference, but
That
when your weight was on it,
it's gonna
when I
come-
put my weight on it, it'll be slammed. If this bumper rips off now when I get on it, I'm going to be livid.
Well, I don't want to put my fingers too far in there, but if you were to go lower, we would absolutely have to roll the arches. But seeing as we're going to put stock springs in there,
Yeah,
I think we'll be good to
we're
go.
going to go rally spec.
Rally spec. Get some gloss black mud flaps.
Maybe. Black is going to be... I think it would look cool with black wheels as well. I don't know how much the gold I really like. It just gives it a bit of a... It's a little bit chav spec, isn't it? But
love to see in there. Do you know, like the old, like an Evo 7s, the Recaro seats with the very JDM pattern in?
yeah,
A pair of those in the front. That'd be really cool as well.
I reckon let's get the jump pack on it and we'll pull it outside and see what it actually looks like in clear space.
Yes.
It does look infinitely cooler.
Oh, a little kind of spoiler over the top of the tailgate,
Yeah.
all colour coded in.
You have to do some eBay searching now.
So we'll try your plasti dip method.
Yeah.
Get rid of that.
I think the wheels are perfect as well, good size.
Yeah, they're perfect, they really are. And those adapter plates space it out just the right amount just to fill the arches.
What are your thoughts on the gold wheels now it's outside?
I'm picturing it fully machine polished
Yeah.
with gold wheels.
I think it will look good.
With gold wheels, yeah. It would really, we're obviously going to put some new disc and pads on. It would be nice to do something with the calipers.
Yeah.
Can Mr. J repairs
He'll do the
blow some colour over there and give it a bit of...
What, on the calipers?
Yeah.
I'm sure he could. I just think red and gold's a good, or silver.
You can't go wrong with red. Silver would be cool, yeah. Something to make them pop. Maybe gloss black and do the STI
do the
Sport
WRX
in gold.
Yeah. Or what about, you could do them red with the lettering in silver.
Yeah, something is better than
Just
crusty,
to give it a little,
rusty orange.
A little pop. And do you know what else would be cool to do with it? It's hunting because it's not very happy with its battery. It'd be cool to find like an aftermarket stereo. You're quite good at fitting those, aren't you? Because we've got the screen, or the other thing you can get is we could potentially remove the screen and put the STI pods in there. So you have boost gauge.
Yeah, that looks like enough room to put a double DIN kind of touchscreen unit in that pod on top there.
And then you've got the double DIN thing down here as well. We'll have to do some Googling and see whatever, but just love this car. Opening pan roof,
So
heated
good.
leather,
Cruise,
automatic.
heated. Of course, if you did put Recaras in it, you would lose those heated seats, and that's a nice touch.
It is a nice touch.
I think the heated seats are...
Tugboat likes a heated seat, to be fair.
I've heard he wouldn't actually get in a car that doesn't have heated seats.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's used to a Cayenne.
Yeah. Sweet, all right, well, we can get our paint done, other bits and pieces, and we'll see this car when it's cosmetically finished, but waiting for Ben's mechanical finishing touches. Right, so we're just discussing the fact how cool this is, and now Ben wants one. And I said, yeah, it'd be quite good for camping. Have you seen the sub as well in the boot?
Yeah, I just saw that. Is that like their version of a bow system?
Yeah, I guess so.
The Forester system.
It's the Forester system. And I said, well, yeah, it's the perfect car for camping inlet. You could lie down and Ben's and demonstrate.
Yeah.
Bop.
Right, so I'm 6'1". I think. What do you think, Joe? Are my feet in?
Yeah, definitely. Let me just close this boot a minute. Oh, there is a slight issue.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. But if you were to get your head in between the seats, look, you've actually got an armrest as a pillow. And to be fair, these seats could go forward.
You're really selling it to me, actually. I might pick one up now you say that.
Yeah. Squiff your legs across a little. Yeah, I mean, you look comfy. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
To be fair,
let's go camping, Joe. I'll buy one now.
Yeah. I think you're being dramatic. You're being sarcastic, but I think
actually, no, I think you could actually pull it off. I think with the
100%. Put a nice little with the mattress topper thing down.
Yeah, with the front and passenger seats all the way forward. Pack it out, put your bags down there. You could probably get a roll mat all the way forward, and you could fit.
I've slept just in the front seats of cars before. You're acting a bit bougie at the minute. You want to sleep straight out.
I go glamping, not camping.
Oh, okay. Well, future video, maybe. Right, here it is. At least cosmetically, it is now complete. And of course, it needs its mechanical stuff done, but that's the less important stuff. You'll probably see that on Ben's channel. But what a difference. We've got the STI bumper on here now. We've had it kind of like polished up by the lads. We've got the Impreza wheels on it. I have done the plasti dip on these roof rails to black those out. And in fact, come round the back. I've also plasti dipped this little chrome trim here just to kind of give it a bit more of a stealth look. I did think about, and I bought some tinting spray for the rear lights and for the indicators on the wing mirrors, but I've held off on that for now. I think maybe you want to keep it slightly more OEM looking, but what a transformation. At least I think this looks really cool now. There is one thing missing though, and I'm waiting on. We didn't really have time to do it in this video, but maybe we'll get Ben to do it in his video when he does the mechanical stuff on this, because as we know, it needs disc and pads all round. It needs springs all round. It needs a service and some other things. I can't remember, but I've got a nice big spoiler to go on the back of here. And yes, I'm gonna look like a bit of a boy racer, but I don't know. I think a boy racer with taste. I think this looks really, really cool. And if you remember back to the beginning of this video when I was looking at these, and there was one of these that I saw that looked pretty much identical. All right, maybe it had some kind of aftermarket wheels and some extra splitters and things on for about £12,500. I think this probably owes me about £2,500 now, so 10 grand cheaper. I'm really happy with it. I think it's going to be a perfect dog car for me, and I feel like I'm probably going to keep doing little bits and pieces to it. The spoiler, the mechanical stuff, I might put a bigger scoop on it, I might put a splitter on it, I might put a bigger turbo on it, who knows. But if you'd like to see me do that stuff, then let us know, and we'll make sure we film it when we do it. I can't wait to start using this as my sort of daily dog car, but I can't do that until Ben works on it. So one other thing I almost forgot to mention is Mike from NW Dents has taken all those little dents and dinks out of it as well. With that included, what I'll do is, I'm not prepared because that's just me. I will put on the screen here all the costs that I've spent on this vehicle to do these things so far. That doesn't include the mechanical stuff. And that is what it's cost me, which I think is an absolute bargain. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to Ben's channel as well, because you'll probably see a video on this when we fix all the mechanical stuff, or he does, or whoever does it. That might help, who knows. Oh, and if this is wet your whistle for a nice Boxer engine, then don't forget that we have two Boxsters, both of which have Boxer engines. Currently on our competition site, Feel Good Competitions, head over there. For just £2, you can get entered in a draw to win either a 987.2 or a runners-up prize of a 986, and there are loads of bundle offers on there. You can either buy 10 tickets, you will get 5 for free, but if you want to spend £50, you will get an absolute ton of tickets, plus you will get entered into every other competition on the Feel Good Competitions website. So check that out. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.